So these are our weekly tracking packets. So you can see that this first page here, you can see down on the tab, says week 1. This is how we track our entire week. Currently, our week goes from Friday till Thursday. So we start our week on Friday, we go all the way through Thursday. That way we're tracking our Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So at the end of the day, you're going to fill out how many hours you prospected, contacts, appointment set, and things like that. All of those things are going to transfer over from down here. You can see the tab button for contact sheets. You're going to click on that, and that is going to bring up your daily activities. So same boxes here. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going through whatever day it is. You're going to put an X in there, and that's helpful for me. I write the date above that after I've printed it out. Put your name in there, and I like to put the start time and end time of prospecting. So if I do a 2-hour block, I might put that here, 2-hour block, and put that there. And then we just want to record how many hours we actually spent. For these boxes here, what these are is your number of dials. So when you go to make a call, when the phone rings, you want to go ahead and put a slash here. It's going to go across. That is going to signify that you did make a dial. And if somebody answers, we're going to turn that slash into an X. If they don't answer, next time it rings, we're going to put a slash here. Next time it rings, we put a slash here. We just make those slashes for every dial. And then if it's an actual pickup, we put an X. That way, at the end of the day, we can see how many dials we made, how many contacts from those dials, and then we'll also know how many hours it took us because you've been tracking that up here. When we get down below, these boxes are each important. So the source, right now you're going to be initially calling your sphere. So the source is going to be sphere. And you can go ahead and put sphere in this top box and then draw a down arrow. And that just lets us know when we're looking at the sheet that all of these are your sphere. A, B, C, nurture. What that is an A client is somebody who's likely or who would like to buy a house within the next month. A B client is going to be outside of that time frame. They do want to work with you, they do want to buy a house, but they're not going to buy this month. It might be 2-3 months before they actually buy a house. And now a C client is somebody who's out there that 90 days, that 3 months plus, and they've committed to work with you. You've got a good relationship with them. When they buy or sell, they're probably going to be using you. It's just a matter of time. So they might be quite a ways out. They might be 6 months out, or even a year out, but they have committed to work with you. So that is a C. Now a nurture is going to be similar to any of these. However, they haven't committed to work with you yet. They might be talking to other realtors, or maybe we haven't quite developed that relationship, but there's somebody that we feel like we have potential to be working with in the future. So we call those a nurture. When we get a lead, we call them, we have a nice conversation, we try and set an appointment at the office. Those are all going to be nurtures until we know if they're an A, B, or C. So any potential lead that might be, that does have a desire to buy or sell a house, we're calling that a nurture. And we also need to make sure that if they are a nurture, that we have good contact information for them. So name, obviously, what your client's name might be. This next box is, do we ask for the appointment? If we ask for the appointment, hey, I'd love to meet with you in the office. Here's why. We put a checkbox there, or an X there. Next is, do we get the appointment? Next is ask for the referral. And that comes when you specifically ask, who do you know that's thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate that I might be able to reach out to today? Or if we're just specific and asking, hey, what I'd love to do, if you know of anybody thinking about buying or selling real estate, I would love it if you send them my way. So that would be asking for a referral. And then you would follow up with that. Well, hey, do you know anybody off the top of your head? That's asking for the referral. And then did we get the referral? This is if we mail the thank you card, we want to put an X there. This is we have bombs, so you guys are going to be sending some videos to your client, introduction videos and things like that. Do we send a video? Great, we want to check that off. If we leave them a voicemail, we're going to check this off. Right now, during your initial calls, you're not going to be leaving voicemails. We're just going to try them tomorrow. So don't worry about that. If you do leave them a voicemail, whenever you eventually do that, we like to track that. If you send them a text message by phone, we want to track that. Or if we send them an email. So that's what these boxes are for. And then the results here, what's important there is this is for notes and results. What we ultimately want to find out is what are the objections? Why do we not set the appointment? If we're talking to somebody that might want to be buying or selling a house, we want to put in this box, Wednesday at 3:30, we're going to meet at the office. If that's not the case, we want to write down whatever their objection was. And that might be they're planning on using another realtor, or that might be I called them and they hung up on me. Whatever those things are, we're going to be tracking whatever those objections are on a daily basis. And then at the end of the week, we're going to chat about what those objections are, what are those trends, and we can do that even sooner. If you're starting to see a trend of similar objections, we want to discuss that. We want to talk about how we might handle those objections so you can see some more success. And then last thing is you can see on this sheet there's 25 spaces for contacts. A contact is only when you actually chat with somebody. So I don't want you to put a name or anything down if you don't have a voice-to-voice conversation. So only if you have a voice-to-voice. The reason this voicemail left here is for later on in your career as we're talking about where these might be valuable. At this point, we're not counting that as a contact, so you're not going to be using this checkbox. Your goal is going to be to talk to 20 to 25 people a day. That's a realistic goal. We should be achieving those numbers. If we're not, then we just need to discuss how we might be more efficient in our timing. So that is our sheet. You're going to print out one of these sheets with your daily activities, one for every day you plan on working through the week. So if you're really ambitious and you're working 7 days a week, go ahead and print out 7 of these sheets. If you're planning on taking Sundays off, print out 6 of them. So either way, you're just going to want to print out one for every day. And then where it says week here on that tab, we're going to print out one of these sheets. All of this information up here is going to go from that first sheet. When we do set an appointment, you can see up here, this column's for client's name. This is for address or area. If they're a seller, we're going to put the address in there. If it's a buyer, we're going to put in the areas that they're looking in. And then the source. Source is where did we get that lead from? If it's right now, it's going to be your sphere. We also make a note if you do refer to an agent, say inside of the team, we're going to want to make a note of that here. So if it was your sphere that's planning on selling their home, and at this point you can't take listings, we're going to go ahead and we set an appointment for the seller. It's Mike Smith. He lives at 123 East Main. And then the source is going to be your sphere. And then you want to put in parentheses the agent that you referred that to. Now that's for if we set an appointment. Next row down is buyer appointment's gone or seller appointment's gone. That is if we actually go on the appointment, we're going to write in the same information that we write up above. We went on the seller appointment, it's Mike Smith, here's his address, here's the source, and I referred it to this person. Or if it was a buyer, same thing. If we go on the appointment, we should be taking a listing contract, whether it's a buyer or a seller. So we're going to put that information here, same information. And then when it actually closes, we're going to put that here. So we track these all through the year, and then at the end of each quarter, we're going to be reviewing these sheets, making sure that all these clients are in process or that we've done a good job with them, and tracking our numbers so we know what our conversion ratios are. Any more questions? You just come talk to me or anybody else on the team. They'll be able to help you out.